Hey, what's up, y'all? It's me, Ant. So I wanted to kind of elaborate more on just communication and how it's really a survival skill, right? So as I started out, right, I wanted to express that, animals, everything that we know and that we're around communicates. It's the only way that we can truly understand each other. It's the only way that you can express how you feel in that moment, right? When a dog is barking, when a baby is crying, we all communicate. So I think it's important to bring up that, so I recently was communicating with someone and they were hurt by it. I thought I was just being honest and truthful, and they were hurt by it. And that really made me step back to think, what exactly is communication? What am I doing? Because I'm not coming from a place of trying to hurt, but so I'm trying to really get down and figuring out what is this communication and how can we actually, break through this barrier that we are clearly experiencing. Communication isn't just saying how you feel. It isn't just talking. It's more the understanding. You got to understand that I can literally read the same exact sentence. I can watch the same video on Instagram or on YouTube as you, and I can get a completely different reaction. I can give you a completely different reaction just based on my own experiences. We don't hear just with our ears. What we do is we hear with our experiences. We hear with our ideals, and we hear with our pain. So I gave the analogy of a painting, right? If I look at a painting, if you and I go to a museum or whatever, and we both look at a painting, I might look at heartbreak. I might see despair in that painting. You might love that painting. So it's literally just based on our own ideals and how we feel. And I do want to make note that it's really important to highlight that neither of us is wrong in that situation. I think that sometimes we think that when two people have different views on something, it's either someone's right or someone's wrong. But that's never the case. The case is that this is my stance on this, and this is your stance on this. The problem is that if you don't give someone space, you're not tolerant enough to let them speak, and you're not open enough to hear it or to receive it, that's when it's not going to land. You can't find any common ground. Like, communication is a two-way street. And if you don't give space for one to talk, and even though you may feel like you're right, then you're just going to keep passing each other. But as soon as you allow that person to speak, even if you don't understand their logic or their reason, because you're giving them the floor to speak and they provide that same courtesy to you, that's how you're building your communication up. Look, you can protect your peace without silencing your truth. And you can care about someone without agreeing with how they see the world. That's the thing about it. Communication, it isn't always clean, but it's honest. And because you are providing a space to allow honesty to be there, you're not just trying to keep the peace. What you're doing, you're building a space for growth. At the end of the day, we're all just people, and we're all just trying to live life. So with that being said, we're all just trying to be heard, seen, and understood. And, if you're not trying to extend that same courtesy to someone, then, you're not trying to communicate. You're not trying to build. All you're doing is you're just reacting. So talk, but also listen. Be open, but you got to also be real. You truly have to ask yourself, am I really concerned with trying to be right? Or am I just trying to connect?